Well, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Brand image, customer experience, customer engagement. So we've got a morning, as you can tell, no suit, chilling out in the office this morning. It's been a very busy weekend. We've had motorsport, as you can see on the TV, British touring cars. We've had some speedway. We've had some British Championship motocross. We've had some of the team were at the British qualifier for the FITAS World and British Shooting Championships. We had a couple of country fairs to go to. So why am I telling you this? Well, weekend. Now, I was asked to go to a country fair by a customer to go and have a look at how their team set up, how their team do the right thing when they're out the office at a country fair. Now, that was quite easy. You wander around, you look at where all the stalls are, you look at how they're laid out, you look at how they're going to capitalise on a captive audience. So the game fair this weekend, country fair, thousands of people there. It's been advertised, it's been publicised. All you've got to do at your store, front and central. In some cases, much like the high street, people expect shops to be there. Your shop was going to be there. You told your local customers they were going to be there. Now, the pride, the professionalism, the image, the brand doesn't change when you go to a country fair. Doesn't go out and when you take your stall out to the people. And that's something we've been saying for sport for a long time. Take the sport to the masses. Don't ask the masses to come to you. So bear that in mind. And obviously I've got to sit down today and write a report on what I've taken pictures of, what I've filmed, and the interactions I've had with those staff at that fair. So consider this. Your staff are going out representing your brand, in this case a country fair at the weekend. Your business was 24/7 actually this weekend, because not only were your staff at hotels and at this country fair, your brand and your image and your reputation, the attitude went Monday to Friday in the office, in the whatever, and now this weekend it's gone to a fair or a country show. Did you capitalise on it? Yes, probably you made money, captive audience, a little bit of a deal here or there. Money was made. Did it cover the cost of the show? That's a different conversation. But the conversation I'm more worried about is, has it engaged more customers? Were you able to capitalise on a captive audience in a particular area? Now, we know for this particular brand and this particular business, it was outside their normal catchment area, their normal geographical area. Demographics was all over the place. It was everybody from toddlers right the way up to 80-year-olds. And it's the same. So hence the motorsport, the Fox clothing brand, we've done some stuff with them in the past. They are virtually 24/7, surfing, BMXs, mountain bikes, casual clothing, and the motocross, motorsports range, shall we say. Their business doesn't stop. Their brand doesn't stop. Now, they sponsor everything from riders, athletes, right the way up to the commentators, hence why I've been sponsored with them in the past. And the presenters, their brand is worn by people to encourage people to buy their brand. So at the weekend, the sporting events we were at, the brands are still front and central. So their business doesn't rest at weekends. And in theory, the country fair business doesn't rest at a weekend. All the brands connected with the shooting, as I say, with the team were at a British qualifier, 500-600 people each day at a qualifier for the British team. The brands didn't stop. Lots of interaction, lots of connecting, touching minds, touching hands, winning minds, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Now, I need you to think about that with your brand. Leisure time, pleasure time, people relaxing. So some people relaxed and went to a country fair. Some people relaxed and watched motorsport. Some people relaxed, went to golf. They went to the speedway. They went to British touring cars. They went to British motocross. Those brands were still out there for you to see. Now, the difference being is, were those brands connecting with you? So it's all right sorting out a campaign. It's something we've got to do this week with a client, is to sit down and work out their future campaign, their 3 months, their 6 months, their year, what they're now doing now, ready for the winter. Now, obviously, we know from the Fox branding, they've already got their winter out. They've already done their catwalk shows. They're already starting to develop the winter range and start to get it ready for the shops to order it, ready for the fall and then for the winter. Business doesn't stop, it's a wheel that goes round. But you need to be on top of your brand, your image and your customer experience. I've spoken about it many times. Your customers are your unpaid sales force. Your customer advocates, the ones that go out there wearing your brand, folks, advertising that brand and putting that brand out there. What do you do to thank them? Very simple. Very, very simple. Businesses are changing day by day. Attitudes, perceptions are changing day by day. People are becoming loyal because they want a deal. They want to feel wanted. They want to feel connected. If you've got loyal customers, they are your unpaid sales force. Make use of them, but respect them and trust that they're going to come back. Understand why they're buying with you and understand how to get them back. Ask them. Now, a lot of businesses, shall we say the country fair, the country show, was an interesting, you could say, yeah, there was mud on the floor, they were all intense. Well, yeah, to be fair, but what made your business stand out? If your business was to go and do a trade fair or a country fair or a whichever, what would you do for your business? How would you showcase your business? Who would you take as members of staff? Now, when you start to bear that in mind, you start to prejudge your staff. But there's a reason you would pick those staff, because they are the greatest assets for your business. They're probably bubbly, they're full of life, they can turn on. Yes, we're there. They would look smart, they would be presentable. Well, if that's not your complete sales force or they're your sales team, there's a problem with that. So that's the question I'm asking you today. If you were asked to do a country show, a regional show, say East of England show or something like that, take your business and put it there. Take your staff and put them there. How would you do that? How would you build the brand? How would you improve the image? How would you get customers to come and see you? Now, obviously, people are going to tell me different businesses, blah, blah, blah. Well, if yours is should we say, a more trade business, talk about going to a trade show. But it's a game you're playing in your head. The staff you would take, the products you would take, how you would engage, on what you would do. It's a little bit of a fact-finding thing, and then we'll talk in the next video of why, what and how to move forward. So ask the business the questions, who are you, what you do, who you do it for, and what's your legacy. Well, if you've got to go out and do all this, play the game, and it is a game. Play the game, make it fun. Who would you take to a trade show? Who would you take to a country show? Who of your staff? Which ones of your brands? What would you expect? How would you market it? And how would you calculate on the results? Bear that in mind. Have a great week. See you soon.